so I decided to write a song.
How we doing, people? My name is Shaq, and I am the host of the Make Away podcast. I'm here with a gentleman that I very much respect his game, very much respect who he is, the type of person he is, his approach to his craft, the things that he does. Shit, the way he dressed, man. The guy go about his life in a very, very aggressive fashion. He lives his life unapologetically. I would like to welcome Cam Brown.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on? I'm glad you you reached out to me, bro. I'm happy to be here. I one of the things we talked about on the when we were just chatting up on the things we were going to get into is like life after football.
Yeah.
So when I see like my fellow athletes just stepping out of the typical bubble of like shit to do, I'm like, I gotta support that.
You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of people need to start taking that a lot more personal, because when you play football, it consumes so much of your day and your time.
Yeah.
Like in college, it's we had practice, head banging pads on in college at 5 o'clock in the morning.
In the morning, first thing in the morning, like
So-
you get a little bagel, a little bit of yogurt,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
then it's right to the field, right to film, right, and then to the field. So
like you're trying to weigh out the time. Like, I'm trying to get as much sleep as possible.
right.
I know guys that didn't used to brush their teeth. My one buddy, he used to grab a swig of mouthwash and swig that on his way out the door. Because
Yeah, you see some dirty shit in them locker rooms, dog. You see some dirty shit, especially when you play with them white boys.
Yeah, no, you see a lot, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Cam is a very, very special guest. You know, ironically, last week we actually brought on a gentleman from Gratz High School. So
Yeah, shout out to Carter.
shout out to cousin Carter. But this is a back-to-back Gratz. This is a back-to-back Gratz month, man.
Mm-hmm.
Cam played the year I played. You know, played with a lot of my homies that I ended up being real close with in college. My boy Luke, my boy Vaughn, all of them. So
Yeah.
that 2015 fall Gratz football team was one of the best that came through there, man. You know.
I think the pub for us in general was
I think that was in my
peak
opinion.
football
In
in
my
the pub.
opinion, 2013 to 15 high school football in Philly was like
out of this world.
it was as good as it was going to get. I'm
Out
be
of this
honest with
world.
you.
Like, between prep, you know what I'm saying, Gratz, TEP, everybody, we all, like, it was stacked. It was crazy.
And I think the big thing was, like, even though they was there, the streets was there, the gun violence was there. I don't feel like the streets, the illegal things that people was doing, it wasn't really consuming high school football. I feel like it was still kind of pure. And curse me if I'm wrong, because a lot of the kids now still do love football. You feel me?
Right.
But it hurts me to see that, like, the streets and kids being, like, so deep into the violence.
That's the part that confuses me, because the same notoriety, we had more notoriety for being athletes than the street niggas did when we were in high school.
Yeah.
Like, it was niggas that was known for catching wreck, whatever. That I sound like an old hit. I feel like I dated myself with that. It was niggas that was known for having that lifestyle, but like the niggas that was getting to it in high school football when we had our run was like way more popping in the city. So you would think that would carry on.
And that was when, like, social media was first taking off. Like,
That was when you couldn't make money.
you know what I mean? Before the NIL.
Yeah.
If you had a blue check, you was one of them. You couldn't pay for it yet.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, now the bag is there for high school and college football. Like, you can get the bag in high school with the NIL,
Yeah.
and that could carry on to, like, you could be a full-on celebrity and be paid for all of that stuff
And not play a
legally now.
snap.
Yeah, like, I don't understand how the street shit overtook it. Like, I don't know.
Because
Have
now
you
y'all even more famous.
exactly?
Like, and y'all still choosing to do the illegal route. Like, I really don't get it. Like,
Yeah, bro. Have you seen they clone Tyrone?
no, what's that?
You gotta watch that, John. It's a new Jamie Foxx movie, but it's in the chicken, y'all. Listen, that's all I'm saying. It's the shit they putting in the hood, bro. It's our music. It's our diet. It's like, it's brainwashing us.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. A big part of it too. If you're walking through the hood, the same way in the '80s and the '90s, they had the liquor stores every 3 doors.
Yeah,
If you walk through the hood right now, you're gonna see a smoke shop every 3 doors.
every 3 doors.
If you look at my mama crib right now, it's the big convenience store that used to be the 7-Eleven.
Mm-hmm.
Smoke shop right there.
Right,
On the corner, smoke shop right there.
right,
If you go other way past the pharmacy, smoke shop right there.
right. Yeah, you gotta watch that movie, bro, because they kind of metaphorically touch that piece about how this shit is like for generations. Like they're cloning the role of the drug dealer, the role of the hoe, this, that, and the third. Like, they're cloning these this is metaphorically, like they're cloning these people for generations to continue to keep us in this cycle.
Yeah.
And like we continue to fall for it. And no, it hurts me when I see like I think sports saved a lot of my teammates from like dying in high school. Like
Literally.
And to see like it's not as prominent in Philly anymore. Like it's gotten bigger everywhere else, but I feel like in Philly it's falling off. Like I don't see as many like hoop stars like we used to have when we was in high school. I don't see as many football guys, and maybe I'm not tapped in like I used to be.
Oh no, I'm tapped in and it's not.
I'm like
tapped in and it's not, bro.
You didn't have to be tapped in when we was in school to know like, oh, that was the man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Bro, I was an average Joe, just good football player, and you know when we used to come to the park, like our old head just to be like, yo, like keep that away from them.
Right.
You feel me?
Separated, like yeah.
Keep that away from them.
Right.
He's trying to go to college.
Right.
Now, like I don't even want to say the thugs, but I'm sorry, bro. Like if you're choosing to involve yourself in a life that you don't really need to be in,
right,
you are in that. You know what I mean? And I take that very personally. Like I tell people all the time, like if you around 5 gangsters, whether you a gangster or not, you are liable to receive the punishments that gangsters get for the lives they live.
Right. You are who you hang around. Like whether you choose to be or not, you know what I'm saying? You're guilty by association.
Every time.
Especially as a black person, because it don't matter for the optics don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like if that's what you choose to be around, then you know what I'm saying, that's what your outcome is going to be. You know what I'm saying? But high school football, I think like I said, it shaped me a lot. How do you feel about
it? Was a time, bro. It helped me become who I am.
Right.
You know what I mean? I started to develop my personality when I started playing high school football. Like
right.
When I was in elementary school, I was like the little quiet kid. I used to get bidded on, and I used to just fight all the time because I didn't know how to bid back. I got the middle school art now. I learned how to bid, so I'm bidding too much, and I'm not really like there's no balance. I get to high school now. I got a little bit more of a not swagger because I wasn't never like the more popular kid at school, whatever. But I was always like I'm engaged. It's cool to be in student council because you're on the football team. You're the football team guy in this. You're the football team guy in that, and that's what kind of gave me who I am, and that's what made me so like outgoing when I got to college.
Right. For when did you start playing your freshman year?
No, so actually, funny story. 9th grade year, I went there with the intention of playing football, and then I didn't get my physical in time, and I just used that as my excuse as to why I didn't play. And then jumping around the hoops, you know what I mean? Oh my gosh! And come to find out, first marking period, that was my worst academic school year of like my whole life. I was like a straight A student my whole life. Got to 9th grade, wasn't playing football. C's up and down my joint. I need to show my parents my report card.
Yeah, I remember getting my first C in high school too. I'm like, oh, they gonna kill me. I'm finna get my head snapped off. Yeah.
No, my mom and pop didn't even go to report card conferences after like 7th, 8th grade because they was like, yeah, like we already know what type of student you is.
Yeah.
Whole time I was capping them up when I got to high school.
Yeah.
At least 9th grade. Once I got to 10th grade, I kind of figured life out.
9th grade for me, I started football a little bit later than I feel like most. I think I started like 5th or 6th grade. And by the time I got to 8th grade, I was like too big to play. I was in shape, but I just was like over the weight that I could play. But I was so happy because I hated football, bro. I hated playing football. I hated my teammates because from the moment I started, I was always playing like a pound or two. Niggas older than me. So mind you, I was good then, but it's like I don't really relate to these niggas because they're older kids. Like
they're not gonna hang out with you.
Yeah, so it was like, and I'm from uptown. A lot of my teammates it was from north. Our backgrounds was a little bit different too. I didn't know how to connect with them. So the first opportunity I got to stop, I took it. I was like, I'm not playing football no more. I'm done. And I'm going to 9th grade thinking I'm about to be the man. Because I was the man in my middle school. I'm like, I'm about to be the man, you know what I'm saying? Da-da-da. And I was going to play basketball.
What high school did you go to?
I went to ENS.
It's crazy. I wanted to go to ENS bad, bro.
Yeah. I didn't want to go to ENS, which is even funnier. I wanted to go to SLA. Everybody wanted to go to SLA. Like, they was giving the laptops, the lab coats.
I like this guy. Bro. All right, so high school, I applied to ENS, SLA, Palumbo, Constitution, Parkway Center City. I swear to God, I still remember the 5.
Yeah.
So
for me, what you say?
No, it's when I applied to SLA, that was the only school I didn't get into, man.
Damn.
They hurt my feelings, bro.
So my parents wanted me to go to Central. They didn't care about none of the other schools on the list. It was Central and ENS that I had to apply to. I don't even remember the other 3. I think one of them was Lankenau. The other one was SLA, and then there was some other joint. ENS had like pretty much showed interest that they was gonna bring me in. And once I went to the fucking open house, and it was the baddest bitches I ever seen in my life, bro. I was like, I ain't going. I'm going to ENS. It was written in stone from then. I'm like, I'm going to ENS. But I got there thinking I'm gonna be hooping. I'm like, mind you, I ain't work out all summer. I never was a good basketball player either. I don't know where I got the notion that I would be a good high school basketball player.
We might have lived the same life.
I went to the workout. I ain't do awful. Like, I'm an athlete, so I ain't do awful. But I ain't know what the fuck I was doing out there. So I didn't make the JV or varsity team. And I'm like, well, I guess that's my sports life. And that whole year, I'm like, I'm not getting no bitches. I'm getting fat. My acne going crazy. Like, and like I had went from like wearing like a size 34 pants to like a 40 in a year. Like, I just blew up. And it wasn't getting big that bothered me. It was like, I'm not getting no bitches in here. Mind you, like I said, I came to the school because I seen the baddest bitches in my life at the time. Like, I'm like, you know what I mean? I get here and I'm not getting none of them. Like, no attention from nobody. Like, the people in my grade, everybody liked me in my grade, stuff like that. I wasn't like a super popular person, nothing like that. But I was the kid, like, niggas see me, you know what I'm saying, shake everybody's hand, I'm cool bull.
But you wasn't, the means to the end wasn't happening.
I wasn't who I wanted to be. And I remember Coach Zip coming to like the like he just came to like, I guess, pass out flyers. Tryouts were starting because, you know, obviously he do Gratz, but he do our school too. And he just said to me like, yo, come out play football, whatever. He kind of sold me a dream. I don't think he knew that I was gonna be good when he told me that though. And mind you, like I said, I quit football before because I hated my teammates. I hated playing, all of that other stuff. But I'm thinking, that's the past now. I got a fresh start. I was good then. You know what I'm saying? If I apply myself, I'll be good now. I come out to the tryout or whatever, and all the niggas that I hated from back then is on this team. They all went to Gratz, bro. I'm like, every single one of these niggas. And then the kicker was like, it was like one nigga in particular that I really, really didn't like, and his dad was the coach. He went to ENS with me, so I already knew he was going to be there. But I'm like, he ain't nobody for real, yada, yada. His dad showed up like the first day of workouts, and he's like, yeah, I'm strength and conditioning coach. I'm like, oh, my God, I'm in hell all over again. Like, what did I sign up for? But it ended up being one of the best decisions in my life. And the boy that I hated the most ended up being like a real good mentor to me.
Good stuff.
Yeah, Gratz, going through that, like, definitely set off a chain of events that just put me on the right path. And I instantly started getting bitches.
You see, like as much as you don't want to say it, like it's the means to the end that you want.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like you want the spoils.
Everybody you need the spoils award.
Exactly.
And you know, some people do it for the chicks, some people do it for the, you know, I want to make $1 million and put my dad in the house, blah blah blah.
Right.
Blah. Some people do it because like when they walking into school on Friday, I know people that didn't even get into the game.
Right.
Friday come. We walk in the hallways. We got our jerseys on. Yep. We got a chick with their away jersey.
Exactly.
On.
Exactly.
You know? It's just the mental psyche of it. You know what I mean?
Listen, man.
And it's all cool. No, none of them is wrong, bro.
My pop got a good job. My mom got a good job. I wasn't doing nothing to buy a house for nobody. I did it for the bitches. I strictly played football because I was trying to get the hoes. And I got in shape. You know what I'm saying? It was like I got in shape. I got disciplined. And all in all, like playing high school football, it gave me this bond with my brothers that I haven't had since then. Like that camaraderie that comes with playing on that level, just that love for the game. You can't buy that anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit, I get chills every time I think about it. Like at one point in my life, I really thought like I would be okay if I died on the football field. I'm like, I'm gonna give it my all because I would be okay if this was it. Like, that's how much love you end up building for the game at that level, besides the bitches.
You know what I mean? And you know, a very, very interesting part about football is that it's the biggest melting pot sport of any sport.
Yeah.
If you look at baseball players, 80% of the time they look the same.
Right,
You look at wrestlers, 80% of the time they look the same.
Right.
You look at basketball players, 80% of the time they look the same.
Exactly.
You look at football players, you got tall guys, short guys, fat guys, skinny guys.
Right.
You got kickers that look like mathematicians, and you got, you know what I mean, linemen that look like they could punch a door through.
Yeah. That's really one of the only sports where, like, it don't matter the package you come in, but what's in, like, what heart you got. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, how much do you got that dog in you? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got a shot if you got that dog in you. Like you said, I've seen, you know what I'm saying, the smallest of white guys, like you know what I'm saying, like it don't matter where you come from, like if you got that dog in you, you can make it on that field.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say that because every time somebody undermined the undersized, unathletic looking, they always bake you.
Right.
I've seen it so many times, bro.
Right.
Like you see, like the small, like don't really look like he could do too much. Oh man, moment too big, piss down his leg until he line up on you and cook you.
Yeah.
Super bad, bro.
You can't take nobody for granted. You know what I'm saying?
Super
like
bad, bro.
You'll find out when those helmets crack, you gonna find out who really built for it,
bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I like quick anecdote. Like I remember we was in college, bro. Like I think it was my sophomore year. So our starting quarterback was like the offensive player of the year, conference, big dog, all of that. He graduated. We got like quarterback carousel, all of the backups, and then there's like 3 freshmen. Now it's this one young boy named Kyle Knight. Kyle Knight about 5'10", about 180 pounds. Young boy was working with the kickoff team, small, skinny, white, like not skinny, he was a little stocky. White kid running down on kickoff, just trying to get on the football field. Went to a small high school.
Right.
Bro, last day of camp, he said, "Coach, I want to be live." Quarterback took off his whatever green jersey and said, "Coach, I want to be live for the last scrimmage. I'm trying to make the bus." Bow.
Cracking shit.
Bro, you see, I never thought I would see a quarterback in practice sound like he breaking teeth, bro.
Right.
From that day, bro, young boy like a year or two younger than me, bro. He could have told me to climb a ladder and jump off like I was Shawn Michaels. I would have listened, bro. I'm like, bro, I'm ready to follow you, bro.
Yeah.
You're our quarterback,
Yeah.
bro. You know what I mean? And whether Kyle was the best thrower of the football in the world, or he was, like that heart was unmatched, bro. I never met somebody like that, bro.
It's funny. I feel like, especially with the quarterback position, it's like oftentimes the best quarterback is not the best leader. Like my freshman year, well, not even. Was that my sophomore and junior year in high school? The quarterback we had, Musa. I don't think he was the best quarterback in the pub, but whatever, like you said, I would jump off a bridge for this dude just because I believed that he was gonna give it everything he had. I think that's more important than
the talent.
Yeah, because it's like sometimes talent not gonna get you to win. Like sometimes
extreme.
Exactly, and you can't do it by yourself. So you can be the most talented guy in the world, but if the team ain't behind you, especially your offensive line, if your O-line isn't behind you, then, you know, you can't win. You can't win. And so I think it's, especially with that quarterback position, that it's about like the best leader sometimes.
And I'm really thinking about that, man. Like when I was in high school, I played offensive line. I didn't care for it. I always told myself I was gonna be a wide receiver. I was that fat kid that wanted to play receiver so bad, bro. Like my coach always made that little bid. Like he ran the slowest dig route in the pub, but he got there eventually. Bro. Shut up, coach. Like I'm gonna get there. Like and I catch it most of the time. You feel me? But once I started playing offensive line, I really understood the power of cohesion. Like guys working together and having to be on the same page. Bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? I had my buddy Mafo next to me. He used to play center in high school. Mafo would tap me like, bro, listen, like this guy, bro, like regardless what's going on, like I need your help with this guy. Instead of looking at him like, oh, shut up, you know, no.
Right.
I would look at him like, bro, if I don't help Mafo with Cuz,
he getting fucked up.
Small skinny Cuz behind me getting drilled. And I know in my heart that if I needed him,
he would do the same.
He was there for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? There was games where they didn't even line nobody up over him. He was the person just catching right, just sliding left and right to find somebody to hit.
Right.
I would thank him that day. You feel me?
So you played O-line in college?
Yeah. So I went to college with the intention of playing D-line. I played D-line my redshirt year, scout team, redshirt freshman year. I was injured all but 2 games. I was sprained my ankle at the end of camp and then broke my arm 2 places.
Damn.
Week 6. And then by redshirt sophomore year, the guys that was in the mix for them 2 years then solidified their spots on the depth chart. You know what I mean? And
right.
Coach brought me over to offense. Was like, bro, listen, like you got a little big during surgery. You feel me?
Yeah,
like, got some minutes for you over here. And
so which did you like better out of the 2?
I feel like D-line was more fun initially, anyway. I was better at O-line in college.
Yeah.
It wasn't really close, bro. I was way better at offensive line.
Yeah. I always wanted to be a defensive lineman, but I felt like my motor wasn't there for D-line. It's weird because it's like I never took a playoff on O-line. But I feel like
that pursuant to the football stuff, like that was like 53 yards sideline to sideline is a long way to run.
Yeah, I feel like
O-line, your motor is in the box. It's like 10-yard box.
Exactly, and it's like if I am tired, I can shut my brain off. I just know I got to drive him out. Like you said, I got to drive him out the box. As long as he's out of the space, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But even after the block is made, I feel like, with D-line, you still got to pursue that ball.
Like on O-line, you can lay on home. It's over.
Yeah, it's over.
Bro, chill.
Over. Yeah. But for real, I liked O-line better just because of the technique that went into it. It was like, especially playing tackle. I was a smaller tackle in high school. But it was like boxing a little bit. It's like it's all footwork, just cutting off the angles, stuff like that. I love that part of it because I was never the biggest. I was never the fastest. You know what I'm saying? I'm 6'2", but I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I was never, even when my biggest, I just didn't really have like the size for a tackle. But I just loved playing tackle, the technique that goes into that and everything that went with it. But I tried my hardest to get recruited to play D tackle in college. Like the bigger schools that were recruiting me, that were giving me the looks, that's what they were looking at me for. And I'm like, I don't even got many snaps at D tackle. Like they worked me into the depth chart for D tackle in high school, but I rarely had any snaps. When I look back at it, I feel like I ruined my high school tape trying to put D-line clips in there, and I should have just kept more O-line shit in there because I was baking niggas. That was really, like you said, I was just a better offensive lineman.
And that's kind of how it was for me. Like like my whole career, like I was always a solid defensive lineman. Like I was hard. Like, you know what I mean? Got my school paid for, whatever have you. But
right.
I was never like buddy on the other side was 4-star. I was getting the scraps. You feel me?
Right.
Like he's the wrecking ball with the 50K view highlight tape. And guess what? When they wanted to triple team him, guess who was coming first?
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but my O-line film was always crisper. My technique was always crisper. I made less mistakes over there.
Right. And it's just a smarter position, I feel like. Like, people don't really give O-line credit for, like I said, the technique that goes into it. Like, beyond just the physical part of it, just like the making your block, certain things like that will change the entire play. Like, making an extra block down the field, like, that'll, you know what I'm saying? That furthers the play so much farther. So, yeah, people don't realize how much goes into it. And that's something that I learned to appreciate, like, after I got my scholarship to go to Monmouth. It's like, especially because I was looking for the glory that came with being a D tackle. It's like, you could be a D tackle, you could be a big guy and still get all the love of a skill position. But when I realized, like, if you just the best at what you do, you'll get that love regardless of the position you play. Yeah. So when I got my scholarship, and I'm like, damn,
I feel pretty good.
It's more bitches up here. It's like, no. It's like, no, but yeah, it's like I felt like I'm really the man. I remember, when we did like the high school superlatives and stuff like that, like I'm winning, best athlete over like the niggas that was like, the hoopers and this, that, and other stuff. I'm like, this is all I ever really wanted out of like playing football anyway. So that definitely like fulfilled me, especially like, and just made me appreciate my position more. It's like, I just got to be the best at my job. Yeah. And then, going to Monmouth, I went from tackle to guard. That transition, it was actually way more pleasant than I expected. Like, okay. I didn't like playing guard coming up because I didn't really like pulling because I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing for real. Like, I feel like I didn't have a good enough teacher. When I got to that level, that was probably the best offensive line coach that I ever had been around. Like, just the way he broke down the game and just like restructured the way I would even look at technique for certain things. I'm like, this is so much easier with the technique he was teaching us. Like, even just like hand placement where we were holding our hands coming off the line. Yeah, just like, I'm like, why haven't I been taught this before? But that's what separates you from, like, you know what I'm saying? That's what separates the levels of the game. Like, just getting to that level, I'm like, okay, it makes sense now why the game speed, why, the level of difficulty is at this point, like, on that level. Division I, even though that was Division I AA, like, it was very clear why the people that were there were supposed to be there. Yeah, like, you learn very quick, like, oh, this is the real deal,
And that's a very important thing too. When I transitioned over to college offensive line, remember, this is at that point. If my last game my senior year was Thanksgiving 2015, I didn't play college offensive line again until 2018 fall. You feel me? So imagine that. But the teacher really makes the experience.
Right.
Like when I got over there, I thought that this was about to be terrible. I was like 250 pounds at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like and I was playing on one of the better offensive lines in the conference. Like these dudes, like left to right, was like 6'6", 310,
Yeah.
6'3", 300, and all big freaks. You feel me?
Right.
And I'm just the undersized former defensive end that got a little fat that's about to move over here because they want to make sure I'm on the bus.
Right.
You feel me? But I get over there, and coach is like, "No, bro, like." You could, like, I'm going to bring you in and make you our swing tackle at first. Like, we're going to teach you both sides. And as long as you do this, do that, you're going to be fine. Bro, I did his little ABC 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
I got good fast.
Right.
I got good fast. And when I transferred, I gave up a half a sack in, like, 13 starts, bro. Like,
yeah.
He made life so much easier. And it's crazy. He shout out to Coach Nickel. He actually followed me to my other school. Like, you know.
That makes that experience so much better when you have a good coach that's coming with you.
And I'm going to say God did it, honestly, because, like, I transferred over there. I graduated in May. I played my fall with another coach. Shout out to Coach Big Rig. And then spring ball, I showed back up to winter lifting. And he had just posted, like, oh, yeah, I'm coming over to such and such school. Bro, I had the biggest grin on my face.
Yeah, so we lit now.
I showed up to the coach's office, opened his door. I'm like, what you doing here? Follow me like 4 or 5 hour drive away. I'm like, that's really my man. You know what I mean?
That definitely makes a difference. Like you said, I feel like, that your teacher makes that experience. Even though, you know, I felt like my coach at Monmouth was a great coach for technique, I don't feel like he did a great job connecting with his team at all. Yeah. Like, we would go to the lunch, we would be in the chow hall, whatever, and it's like, he don't even speak to us. Like,
I can't relate.
Yeah, nose up in the air. Like, I felt my experience in college, and this would end up being part of the reason I would ultimately leave football. It was like so business-like in a way where I don't even interact with these people outside of you know what I'm saying, outside of these facilities. Like, aside from the coach that recruited me, who was a wide receivers coach, who I rarely ever see even when I'm in a facility, everybody else was just so different. I'm like, this is the coach that recruited me. You know, he was coming to my school to see me, making me feel so special, this, that, and the third. And then when I got here, not that I'm saying I need more attention than anybody else, but there was no interaction with anybody. And it was, like, weird. Like, it's not even eye contact outside of this, you know what I'm saying, outside of these four walls. So there was that where it's like, I don't even have a real relationship with my position coach.
And then the players as well, probably.
The players definitely, I feel like I fucked with them, but it was only to the extent of, like,
practice games, whatever.
Yeah, it was like, outside of that, a lot of you niggas is weird. You niggas from Jersey. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of you niggas from Jersey. Jersey niggas is weirdos. No offense. And, you know, it just was like, there was this weird aura that I got where it's like, this isn't the football that I knew and loved. Like, besides all the joking I was saying about, you know, high school football, like I said, that camaraderie is what made it feel like it was like a environment I could thrive in.
Experience.
Yeah, outside of my roommates, it wasn't really a lot of any of that. And I had broke my ankle in the pub all-star game going into my freshman year.
I remember.
Yeah, that was a great game, and I wish I got a chance to finish too. But that ultimately set off this chain of events where it's like I'm having to rediscover myself without football. Because
you couldn't train the way you wanted to.
Couldn't train the way I wanted to. Then when I got there, it's like I'm rehabbing, and it's like I'm not able to give my best the way I would like to because I'm learning. I'm relearning everything all over again. Like, transitioning to that level, as well as like working through an injury, like, was so difficult for me. And like I said, I was in a space where I'm like, I don't even feel motivated to be here. Our head coach, he was more like, you know, some head coaches are more team managers. He was one of those type people. The offensive coordinator was a fucking doofus. Like, and then our offensive line coach, as good as he is technique wise, he don't fuck with us. Yeah. It was like, you know, it was so bizarre. And I'm like, what kind of football is this? This was like, you know what I'm saying? And when I would talk to people, I get two different experiences. I get one that's similar to yours, and then I get one that's similar to mine, where it's like I don't even know. I don't have no personal connection with anybody over there. Like, I could leave tomorrow, nobody would notice.
And that's so painful to hear. You know what I mean? Because I'm one of them people who are like, both of the teams I went to. Like, I think I won like under like 15, 20 games my whole time I was in college. You know what I mean? Like I was on both of the schools I went to. I was never on a really winning program.
Right.
But while I was there, like a lot of them is still my homies. Like them is the people I talk to every single day.
Right. Right.
Like every day, more than my high school homies to this day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like my high school, like outside of my cousins that went to my school, I got 2 high school homies that I regularly talk to almost every single day.
Right. Right.
Outside of them, all the rest of my homies I talk to all live in all different cities and countries. I mean, different states. Like I barely talk to my friends from high school at this point. I got I got one high school group chat of people that didn't play football too, but we're not even including them in this conversation.
Right, right. Yeah, I got my separate homies, whatever, and I even fell off with them. But like you said, I did meet some people that have been my friends for life since meeting them. Like I had my direct roommate. Like I lived in a suite my first year.
It was 4 of y'all.
It was 8 of us actually. So we had 4 of us.
No privacy.
Right. But you know what? It was actually like a real good joint. Most of the people that I live with, like I'm still cool with them to this day. But
was it like the bunk bed joints?
No, hell no. Hell no.
That sounds like jail. Like.
Yeah. No, our rooms were pretty decent size too. Like we had our own shower and everything inside the suite, like all that stuff, living room. It was a good joint. But
all right, so that sounded a little turned then.
Yeah, bro, the first night we do like a big we do a big ass party inside the dorms. To this day we still don't know how we got that off because you ain't even allowed to really let people in your building like that. Tight. But because it was the first night, we were able to finesse it. But no, my roommates from there, like my football roommates that I had, because I had 4 regular ones, even the regular ones, still my friends to this day. So I sometimes play in my mind, what would have happened if I didn't go there? If I would have, because that was the school that offered me. I could have went to UMass and walked on with Charlie and RA, but I didn't want that for myself. I'm gonna be up in Massachusetts. You know what I'm saying? That's too far from home for me to not have a scholarship. And then there was just like a couple other situations where it was like, oh yeah, we like you, but like, what about walking on? It's like, these people over here,
they love me.
They telling me they love me and they gave me bread. You know what I'm saying? Like, if
y'all not talking, a lot of people don't really. The bread is the end all be all.
Exactly.
Like, I don't care what you tell me, bro. I seen people that was walk-ons, that was dogs. That when it was like, hey, coach, feed me. What was that Tupac video where he was like, hey, feed me, I'm hungry, whatever. Now when you come and you begging on the door, they throwing salami at the walls, paying everybody.
Yeah.
Now when I want my bread, it's like,
right.
Sorry, we too used to you being here for free.
For free,
that,
exactly.
That walk-on be turning into 3 years, and then they want to make you into an Instagram Make-A-Wish clip. Like, no, bro.
Yeah,
like,
that should be crazy.
Been pay me, bro.
A lot. I hate situations like that because when you are a walk-on and you make it work, it's like, oh, he's fine then because he made it work. So we don't have. We can take advantage of the fact that, he showed us that he can overcome the situation. It's like, nah, dog. No. Like this shit. Like, I'm paying y'all to play football. This is crazy, and I'm making the school money if I'm good. If you good, you making the school bread and you paying to be there.
Because now you're making the team better.
Right.
And you're paying tuition. At some of these schools, my little brother Muhammad, he went to Bates College, a little small school in Maine. Mm-hmm. School costs $80,000
a year.
Imagine if you don't got imagine if you're not getting no paper.
That's what I'm saying. And you got a bullshit degree on top of that. Now you got the student loans.
$80K tuition, and you got your degree in underwater farming.
Exactly, like exactly. You know what I'm saying? So the idea of that crosses my mind. Like, what if? But the people I met, like I said, friends for life, and that experience showed me what my life would be like. It made me figure out what my life is like outside of football. So, I'm grateful for all of that. The one regret that I have with it is that I didn't stay, but it's one of those things. It's a gift and a curse. Like I said, I could have, because after I left, the team got crazy good.
Yeah. One of my buddies actually went. How many years did you stay on the team while you was there?
I was there for like a year and a half before I left. Like I left right before my sophomore year started.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tight.
Who was he?
My man EZ got there like fall. He was the running back.
Okay.
Eric Zakori. I think he got there I think he graduated high school in 2017. So
I feel like I might know him. It was a couple guys from Philly that they had like. Yeah. I was like, they shadowed me.
He was from Maryland actually.
Oh, okay, got you.
He transferred to my other school, so he met me.
Oh, okay.
He just happened to go to Monmouth.
Yeah, but they got crazy nice. after I left. So I'm like, damn, if I would have stuck it through. Because like I said, I know what I was capable of.
And you also know when y'all got crazy nights, the women came around too.
Exactly. You know, that was another reason I left too. It wasn't no black women in there. All the black Jones that went there, they was like my homegirls type shit. And I was experiencing my freshman year of high school all over again.
That's a cooker.
Yeah, it's like, oh, y'all like these corny ass Jersey niggas over me? Like, bro, that shit used to hurt my heart, bro. But, you know, leaving, like I said, I rediscovered who I was outside of football. I figured out my passion projects beyond just that. Because something we mentioned earlier is like, when you in that environment, 5 a.m. practice, you know what I'm saying, meetings.
You got to find something.
Then it was like, oh, Cam, you got big after you broke your ankle. We need you to lose your weight so that way you can. So now I'm doing extra workouts to lose weight. Mind you, we doing position workout. Like, I remember it was like, I want to say winter ball, like winter practices. I'm doing like 4 separate workouts before 12 o'clock, before noon. Because like I'm getting up, we do like a quick breakfast. Then we have like O-line position workouts. There was the team workout. Then I had to go to the trainer because I'm still rehabbing. And then I had to do my solo joint because they wanted me to lose weight. I worked out 4 times before my first class even started. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like,
how am I supposed to pay attention to English?
How am I supposed to pay attention? So, and then I'm thinking I'm smart. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do my classes back to back, evening classes. So I'm doing like 6 to 9 for my classes. I'm realizing that's the worst possible thing that I could ever do because it got to a point it's like I barely see daylight. I'm working out from like 6 to noon.
Take a nap,
wake up, eat something real quick. Then I gotta go to my class from 6 to 9. And I got to go to bed immediately if I want, you know what I'm saying? Mind you, we got mandatory study hall too. So I'm trying to fit my mandatory study hall hours in there because if I don't complete my hours, the whole team got to run. I'm like, bro, this is the worst cycle I could ever put myself in. But I definitely got in shape, you know what I'm saying? I was looking good. I was feeling good. I just mentally was like checked out of football. I'm like, I can't, like, this is literally like taking so much more of my life than I care to. Because I also had gone through the phase of when I wasn't like playing football all the time where I'm figuring out who I am outside of the sport. So now it's like I want so much more for myself, but this is taking everything from me. I'm like, I'm working on my clothing brand. You know, me and my roommate conceptualized the brand name and, you know, we coming up with this stuff, but we get into a space where it's like, all right, I'm taking the reins of this. Like, I really want this. Mm-hmm. But football is taking up so much of my time, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? I get to a point where I have to choose now. It's like,
and that's hard.
Yeah, it's like I'm not the best at this anymore like I used to be. I'm still dealing with my ankle, this, that, and the third. I have these other passions. It's like I get to a crossroads where I have to choose this or that, and I feel like I chose me. The only thing about it I didn't like is like it felt like I quit a little bit, and that's not how I was raised to be.
But neither here nor there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a decision. It's made. A lot of things when it comes to life, sometimes it's just a crossroad. You put up into a wall where you got to decide A or B, 1 or 2, left or right, blue pill, red pill, and you chose the one that wasn't football.
And you can't play football forever.
And football's one of them sports, I'm sorry. Like, young guys, if you're watching this, like, I'm going to be real with you. It's not like baseball where you can go to the park and play a pickup softball game with a bunch of your homies.
Right.
It's not like basketball where you can go to the courts and go get buckets against the local bums in the hood. Like,
right.
Once you're done playing football, it's never going to be the same exact experience as a live college or high school or pro or whatever football game again. You could be in the NFL today, starting in the NFL. You could be Aaron Donald, bro, tossing quarterbacks around. If you do that again at 45 years old when you're done playing football, you're going to jail. Let's really keep it a beam, bro.
Yeah.
Like, football is the one sport that, like, well, wrestling too, kind of. Mm-hmm. But when you're done, it's done.
Right.
There's no, like, reliving the glory days physically. Like,
you're right.
If you're Bron, bro, you're going to be 50 and still be able to shoot forever.
Right. You can shoot a basketball forever.
You know what I mean?
Ever. Look at Floyd. You can still box for a fair amount of time.
You can still get that same little, like I don't even know, whatever the chemical is. I don't know. Dopamine, endorphin, whatever.
Right, the endorphins, yeah.
Whatever you're gonna get off, you can do that for every other sport. You can go to the batting cage when you're pissed off, bow, and destroy 150 baseballs and feel better about yourself.
Right.
I can't go to the park and grab my little brother and long arm him and run him up the field because eventually he's gonna fight me, bro.
Right.
He's gonna put hands on me, bro.
You actually got one teammate. I think y'all played together. And he had posted a pic where he was like about to come out of retirement soon.
Oh, my boy Kel.
Yeah. Cool bull. But when I seen that, I'm like, what do you mean by that?
I have no idea.
I'm like, cause like you said, after a certain time of football, it's like you gotta hang it up. Like you can't.
I don't know nothing about that, bro.
Yeah. I was like, cause I'm like, some people, you got like niggas in their 7th red shirt year that still somehow managed to get eligibility. Bro, so I'm like, maybe he got another year.
For you people who went to high school when I did, if you still got eligibility left, let me know the finesse.
For real. Like, how did you figure that out?
Like, I don't know about you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I played all 5. I played all 5.
Mm-hmm.
But when I got done, I had 2 degrees in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
Wrist hurt, ankle hurt, neck hurt.
Yeah.
My neck and my back. Like, I'm done, bro.
Yeah.
And I was very content with how life treated me. Like, all right, bet. Like, I got my woman. I got my sport. I got all of the fun stuff.
Right.
I'm ready to get a job and
no
start
concussions.
Getting bread.
Like
my brain is still intact.
Yeah.
I'm ready to make some bread.
Right.
I know people that be 50, 11 years old, bro.
Yeah.
Still going to frat parties and bro, what is you doing, bro?
Yeah, bro. Some niggas don't know when to hang it up, bro.
And I get it, bro. Like football, like I said, like when you're done, you're done. And sometimes it plays with your psyche a little bit. Like I don't know who I am outside of football.
Exactly. Yeah.
But if you do not find who you are,
you're gonna be lost forever
during the course of your football career. You're going to be 73 years old still posting your highlights on the gram. And you're like, there's no way you should be 30 with a huddle link in your bio. Okay?
Yeah. Bro, be niggas out here that still, it's like, bro, hang it up. It's not happening. The league ain't happening. You playing for the love of the game, that's one thing. You still like, you love the sport. You're not going to the league, bro. Hang that shit up.
And you know what I mean? And that's not to knock nobody. Because I tell you, bro.
Some of you niggas is crazy. No, let's keep it a beat. Some of you niggas is crazy. Like, bro, some of them semi-pro niggas.
Like, we need to realize that the league is the upper echelon of athletes in the entire world.
Yeah.
Like, if you told Tyreek Hill that if Tyreek Hill would have played soccer his whole life, I don't care, bro. Tyreek Hill could have been something. Like, imagine Tyreek Hill zipping around these dudes in MLS, bro.
Right, yeah.
Like imagine, I don't even know. Like Kyle Schwarber and the Phillies, real big husky dude. Imagine freaking like I don't even know who. Like imagine, like I'm trying to think who's a husky strong idiot like Bobby Wagner. Imagine Bobby Wagner was a first baseman, bro. He's hitting that joint out the gate, bro.
For 40 years too.
You know what I mean? And you can play till you 70, bro.
Right. That's
like imagine Saquon, bro. Imagine Saquon was a swimmer, bro.
Right.
Like, I don't know, bro. Like
that's why we had a conversation we having right now with like the running backs and the pay them wanting to see more out of their paycheck and stuff like that. It's like there is a lifespan on a running back, whether you like it or not. And after a certain point, you literally got to go out there and earn your check every year. Like simple. Adrian Peterson, somehow by the grace of God, was able to do that for the last, however.
But he wasn't getting no crazy bag. He was doing it because he loved it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that just come with it because it's like there's a lifespan on that. What happens if you can't play that position forever? Like the game in general beats your body up, but specifically that position is like it's just you can't play it forever. It takes a
toll on your body. Like, I'm sorry, bro. You got to face the reality of things. Like sometimes let's really keep it a being. Like
right.
If you're playing quarterback, Tom Brady can play till 45 because Tom Brady can tell his GM like, bro, I don't need no receivers. Put $100 million worth of offensive linemen in front of me, and I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
With Julian Edelman, that was a 7th-round receiver.
Exactly.
Rob Gronkowski, that was doing heroin in high school.
Exactly.
Like you're going to be able to put some people around, but I need to be physically protected.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, everybody that knows me knows
he's stealing money right now.
Everybody that knows me know I hate Aaron Rodgers, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Aaron Rodgers, if you watch this, bro, maybe we can sit down in the podcast and talk about it, but I hate you, bro.
Yeah.
You ain't never did nothing personally to me, bro, but I'm one of those people, like, I'm a good cop, bad cop type of person. Like, when I was a Bron fan, bro, rest in peace Kobe, I hated Kobe when I was a young boy. Like, when I was, like, as a Tom Brady fan, as a young boy, I hated Aaron Rodgers because he was always like, oh, 4-time MVP. He's the best, most physically talented player. Like
He's one of the most overrated quarterbacks to me.
Like
though.
I love Mahomes because Mahomes is like cool about it. Like he bids, he gets on social media, he do all of the cool stuff.
Exciting
like,
to watch.
He bids like same thing that Brady do. Like he's a little more excited to watch than Brady. Aaron Rodgers was just like I'm just Aaron Rodgers and I'm gonna get paid. I hate your guts, bro. Like
Aaron Rodgers, he's stealing money from the Jets right now too, because he know he ain't got nothing left in that tank, bro. In his team picture, he looked fried,
bro. He had a full head of gray hair, bro.
Yeah,
I was looking at that picture, bro. I posted it on my little spam page, and I was like, started tagging all the players on my team. I'm like, hey, bro, bang, bang, bang. Make sure when I slide to this game, you are punching on cuz, because I need to post every one of these clips,
You're
bro.
right.
I don't know, bro. Like,
I do think him playing with the grays in his beard is thorough, though, and I think that's what LeBron need to do. Like,
I second that.
Yeah, like
Brian, if you're watching this, what you're not,
let the grays show, because that's the reason they not giving him the grace.
Either the grays, the baldy. You gotta start the stop acting like you're 25. Bro.
Yeah, because that's why they treat you like you 25, and they try to say you. The ring argument should not be really. I don't think we should be having that discussion no more with him. And when it's like, for him to be consistently that good at this age, like, he just gotta let the grades show, because I think it'll
remind them that he's
it's like, this an old nigga that's playing at this level. Like, I think it'll definitely let people realize how good this nigga truly is for his age.
And that's what a lot of people. And that's for y'all 30-year-olds in college. Start showing y'all gray hairs, man. Yeah. Like when you're at that frat party, let that young lady know that you're really 29. Bro.
Right, and you working on your 401k and all that good shit.
You know what I mean? You paying child support while you playing college football.
Right. It's a lot of niggas that had babies while I was in school too. I'm like, what are you doing here right now?
And bro, like, I'm devil's advocate because I'm on both sides of it. I'm like, if you're in school for the objective of, all right, let me be in school, get a good job, and get out and take care of mine, that's cool.
Yeah.
If you are in school and you got a kid and you're pissing off, bro, you're pissing me off. Like, I hate it. I hate the concept of seeing people who you got a kid and your kid is not your primary objective. It's like not figuring out how to get young boy right.
I can't be around niggas that don't take care of their kids, bro.
No, bro.
That's something that's like a sore spot for me. Like, I don't have kids, and I don't plan on having none anytime soon. But like,
it ain't a rush, bro.
Yeah,
I got a newborn, and I'm up every day, bro.
You got a kid, bro?
Yeah, bro. I just had a young boy. Like, he just turned a month old, bro.
Congratulations! I didn't even know that.
It's all good, bro. I still don't sleep, bro.
Yeah,
bro. And I'm gonna keep it a bean, bro. I think it was really just about like me and him kind of figuring each other out. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, all right, I put him to bed. Like, usually, bro, like he know what time he's supposed to go to bed, but he'll still like take his nap till like 9 p.m. So now I can't really put him to sleep until like 11 or 12. You feel me? That happened. All right, he wake up in the middle of the night the first time his mom feed him. Now 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, he wake up to eat again, bro. Them his hours, bro. You feel me? Now all of a sudden he don't want. It's not necessarily he don't want to get put down. He's spoiled. No, he just wants your attention. He just want to bed. Like, in layman's terms, bro, he just want to bed, bro.
Yeah.
You're like, yo, bro, like, you feel
I'm
me?
up. What's up?
Like these demand hours. Pop, mom not around. Let's chat, bro. You feel? Cause I could sit him next to me, bro. I was watching Dragon Ball Z at 4 o'clock in the morning yesterday, bro. My son just sitting next to me, like, bro, Goku is so hard, bro, in his little newborn language. But if I just was to feed him real quick, change him, and walk him back to the bassinet, bro, he'd start snapping, bro.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to be in here by myself right now.
Yeah, bro. Like, I'm up, I'm at him. Like, these, like, from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. This is when I'm turned.
Are you together with your child's mother?
Yeah.
How long were y'all together before?
For better or worse, like 4 years.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was like we had to learn a lot about each other because like we was so different, bro. Like, ironically, so when she transferred to Lock Haven, like I said, I was one of those people. I was more than just like the standard football player, just go to practice, go home. I was a tour guide at the school too, and I was like. I took a lot of pride in being the man when it came to being a tour guide. Like, I used to keep all my little like review slips and all that. Like, so I get there for spring semester and they're like, yo, we got a group that just transferred, a group of transfers. Can you walk them around campus? They didn't tour when they came in, whatever. All right, cool. Give me her schedule. It's like 3 of them. I was the first person to walk her around the school. I'm like, oh yeah,
I got this one.
It's over for you. It's over for you. I'm cooking you right now. You feel me? So ironically, I took her on the tour, walked her around the schools, freezing, snowing outside, whatever have you. Crazy, bro. Went to the cafeteria. It's me and all my friends. I'm relatively like friendly in my school. I know a lot of people, and we had the first table when we walk in. She look over. She don't know nobody in the building, bro. She like, you want to sit with us? Put the little diamonds, ting. You feel me? Yeah, come sit with us. You feel me? After that day, never spoke another word to her the rest of that semester.
Wow.
Ghosted her, bro. Acted like she forgot that she existed. All that, bro.
Why you did? What was the thought process behind that?
I forgot about her. Like it wasn't on purpose, bro. It was like we wasn't really in the same lanes. Like she lived in a different dorm, different classes, different schedule. Forgot she existed. Didn't have none of her social media. It was just like, yo, whenever I catch Shorty again, you mean it's over for her.
It's so crazy, and this is one of those instances where it's like, this is how beautiful life is, because you in that moment just thinking like, I'm young, I'm just like, she bad, I'm just trying to holler. You not knowing this is about to be somebody that you have a kid with and be linked to for the rest of your life.
Bro.
It's like you said, you seen her, you was into her, but it's like, y'all went y'all separate ways for mad months. And then fast forward.
After that, she followed me on the gram in the summertime and it was over.
Yeah, fast forward all these years later, it's like, yeah,
Who would have thought?
Right. That's one of those like crazy instances, like, where life just be lifing. That's something that I'm like, I'm nervous and also excited about, because I think God is going to do something like that to me where I think I'm going to accidentally get somebody pregnant.
I mean, at the end of the day, like, I'll tell people all the time, there's no really being ready, get whatever.
Yeah. Like I don't think I'll ever be able to say like, oh, I want to have a kid this year. Like,
if it happens, just don't be a nut, bro. That's all I can say. Like,
yeah, don't be a nut.
I tell people that all the time. It's really not that hard to not be a nut, bro.
Yeah, just be there. Like, that's all the kid need from you is to be there and just try your best.
Bro, like, I know a lot of women, bro, they don't even want a relationship out of you. They don't want, like, all they want, bro, is show up.
Right.
Be here for this. Go to the doctor's appointment, whatever have you. Like, don't like, now, if you got a real girlfriend and you get the side joint pregnant and you got to explain that to you, that's your business. You feel me? Like, if you're trying to juggle two relationships at the same time, especially if it's like let's say it's like a little pointless, like, it just became my girlfriend and we're on 6 dates, and then I got another girl who I've been seeing on the side, got her pregnant. You got to chuck the regular little girlfriend thing and focus on the one with your baby, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Like, a lot of people don't really realize that, like juggling chicks is a lot easier when there's no children involved, bro.
Yeah.
Just like, cause kids are too damn expensive.
Once you got because dating is expensive, so kids is definitely a whole other thing.
The dating market, man, that's a whole different thing, man. Like,
it's crazy.
I'm very happy I'm not in the dating pool right now, man. Y'all, the good brothers is going through it. I hear the war stories all the time, man. And it's bad because, like, once you like lock in with your woman, like you get on, like you start getting in a lot of chicks close friends because they're like, oh, perfect, I can friend zone them now. Right, bro. I got chicks that's my friends that's like regular chicks that's getting splurged on, bro. Yeah. And I'm like, bro. When I was popped, bro. Yeah. Like, I was getting them with all reds, all finesse, bro. Like,
that's honestly, it's funny because I've been on both sides of that. Like, if she was somebody that I was pursuing to be like my girl,
and there's nothing wrong with spending a couple dollars on the chick. Let me let that out. There's nothing wrong with spending a couple dollars on the chick.
I'm an advocate for tricking. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? If that's how you get it, that's, you know what I'm saying? Get how you live. Yeah. But like, I've been on both sides where it's like, all right, I'm splurging on a chick. And then I've been on the side where it's like, I'm dead broke pop, but like she still like me. To be honest, and this is why broke niggas be getting bitches pregnant. They treat you better for some reason when you
don't got it. Bro.
Yeah, it seems like the niggas who don't got it.
It's because when the money, like, cause the money is like a shiesty mask. I always say. Yeah. Like, when you got a whole lot of money, bro, you don't really know how somebody, man or woman, you don't really know how somebody feel about you. You feel me? Right. Because all they seeing is the Louis Vuitton shiesty mask over your face. Right. Like, you ever seen like the one guy out the group that got money and he got a lot of friends all the time and everybody want to be cool cool with him.
Yeah, it's like
They
it's
scared to squander that relationship with
exactly because they
he's
feel
the
like what
ticket.
you could do for them. Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, you ever seen, like, the guys with the money, they can keep chicks around on some, like, she don't want to do no wrong in his face.
she only gonna go as far as the
The money gonna get her.
Yeah, the money gonna get her,
Bro,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, bro. When I was broke, bro, no shiesty mask on the girls is, what's your favorite color? They want to know what's your sign. They want to know everything about you because the money is not going to keep them around. So they want to know everything else that could possibly keep them in the room.
Exactly. That's really how you showcase if you really got the riz and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying? I definitely feel like being on both sides, I'm like, it kind of made me not splurge even when I had it. It's like, I'm not going to show it no more. Like, I'm just going, like I said,
because when,
I'm gonna let the personality.
When you're Mini Van Dan,
yeah.
you feel me? When you dead popped and you ain't got nothing to show for it, bro. Like,
right. Yeah.
They're gonna rock for you, bro.
Right. Yeah. And that's when you actually find out who wifey is for real. It's like, oh, when I do get the bag, I might stop pulling out because she hold me down.
You know what I mean?
She's a good woman.
like I'm just thinking back to like when I was first like kicking it with her, hanging out, whatever. Like, it was a day where I was like, you know, trying to find a little cop out. I really wasn't feeling good. I was sick as a dog. You know what I mean? I'm like, bro, like, I'm not feeling good right now. Don't slide. Like, we don't need to see each other. Like, I'm going to see you when I see you. She like, just be honest with me. Is it a lie or are you genuinely sick? I'm like, I'm genuinely sick, bro. Why would I lie to you? Like, I just started, like, really hanging out with you. Like, I don't, like, you know what I mean? Like, why do I have to lie to you?
Right.
She pull up to the spot, tissues, Vicks, NyQuil.
Soup, you know what I'm saying? Everything.
Bro, nurse me back to health. Like, she was from that day, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to lie. This is
the one.
I ain't about to ruin this.
Yeah, right.
You know, bro. And to this day, bro, I'm the cheapest person you ever meet. Ask any of my homies, bro.
Yeah.
I had $100 in my pocket and I'm broke, bro. Like, you know what I mean? We get to the drive-thru. All right, bro, you're part 638. Like,
right, yeah. So we're gonna split this tab before we get to the joint. Send me the Cash App now.
And I'm using my Cash App card.
Right, I'm using the Cash App card too.
So the money not on there, we're
not getting food. Yeah.
So like, with her, bro, to the ends of my last dollar, bro.
Yeah.
I'm completely content because I know if I lost my legs today, well, I work from home. I can't even say that because I'll still have a job if I ain't have no legs. I work from home. Thank God, man. Shout out to TCF. But like, if I lost my legs today, I still have a job. But let's say it was, I don't know, like I work behind the computer. So let's say I lost my fingers and I couldn't type and I couldn't have a job no more.
Yeah.
She would take care of me. I'm really convinced.
Yeah. I probably shouldn't say this on air, but I'm talking to a little John now that I feel like that about. Like, if something ever happened to me, I feel like she'd take care of me. Like, I don't want that right now because it's like, I want to be.
Like, in your head, and the thing is, I hate to tell you, bro, that be the one, like, when you feel like you got your, like, you're building towards your peak rotation and there's all of these different, now all of a sudden you post a picture and more girls is when you find that girl that's like, oh my God, bro, like, am I about to fumble my whole group for this?
Yeah.
That's always the one.
Yeah, you're right. Because the other shit be the distraction, that be the temptation, all of that other stuff is like, you know when you got somebody good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no question about it. You know, if you have to question whether or not, like, is this decision about to fuck up something great, it's probably something great. Like, otherwise you wouldn't think twice about it. It's like, man, fuck that bitch. Like, if you actually have to consider this person's how she would react, that's probably the one that you're supposed to be with.
Every time.
Yeah. Damn, I just answered some questions for myself.
Hey, good brother. Well, at the end of the day, at least you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So before, I don't want us to run out of time. Let's really talk to me about, you know, what you're doing now, man. Talk, like, I see that you got your little network, you got a podcast. Tell me about your internet personality, who you are, what you're bringing to the table, the type of people that you're talking to. Tell me about your network, bro.
Yeah, so like we mentioned earlier, it started for me with, like, fashion. When I left football, I got into fashion. I started my brand Pale Horse. You know, we coming back with that this fall. You know, the streetwear that I feel like kind of put me into that fashion light and that art scene, and that kind of moved me from art to music to podcasting. So that's what I do now. am the host of the Candid with Can podcast. We're probably gonna change that name. I brought in 2 co-hosts, so to make so everybody feels like they have ownership in the product we put out. We're gonna change the name, but the Candid with Can podcast is powered by the Potty Mouth Network. This is like a network of podcasts that we put together. All of them great shows. All of them pretty funny. We have like our biggest show right now is Listen to This Why You Shit, hosted by Dom Sharp and Eladio Polanco. That is a hilarious podcast where they get into pop culture, things of that nature, but more so just like comedy and society and culture they get into. We have Good Women, Bad People, which is a female-centric podcast where they get into all things, everything, sex, all the crazy stuff, wildest takes you can ever hear, but also just like a great show and just giving a woman's perspective, where it's also relatable to guys. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they aren't girls by any means. Like, they are good women, bad people. So they say some fucked up shit sometimes, and they say some good shit sometimes, but they give you real raw and uncut, podcasts. And then there's my show, which is everything. Yeah, it's a little bit of everything. Like,
I watched the episode just to try to get tapped in and really understand who I'm talking to and what's going on.
Yeah, we get a little serious sometimes. We get a little funny sometimes. I think as I grow, I could give a better definition of what it truly is. But it's definitely like, it's a lot of what you experience from me today here, where it's like we can talk in depth about any and everything. Like, and I'm gonna give you my honest opinion, and like I said, similar to the rest of my label mates, it's gonna be real, it's gonna be raw, and it's gonna be uncut. And I pride myself on the product that we've been putting out, where it's like I'm on there, I'm giving you my real life, as embarrassing as it can be, or or as triumphant as it can be. Like, I'm giving it all to you, and then we leaving it out there on the mics every week, every Friday. I also do a radio show called Artificial Intelligence. I've been switching the days around that because I've just moved back to Philly, so I'm trying to like work it around my work schedule and the podcast schedule. But right now we do that every Thursday at 10 p.m. where we just get into, that's totally different from the podcast. We do a little bit of talking, but we get into the vibe, like R&B vibes. We do a little bit of rap and hip hop, but it's mostly R&B. It's like something you put on if you about to clean the crib, or if you about to take your shorty to Thumptown. Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like that's extremely important, you know what I mean? Like, we're at the point in our life, like, at the end of the day, bro, we're on like 25, 26 at the most. Like, you're still at that point where you are allowed to reinvent yourself. Like, you can wake up tomorrow and tell yourself, like, all right, I'm done with all of this. I'm transitioning to this.
Right.
Guess what, bro? You're only 25, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, as much as you feel like you already done had a lifetime worth of experiences,
it's so much more life to live.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's people that done lived 3 of your lives already, bro.
Right.
And you, because I'm just thinking, bro, 4th grade, when I graduated from elementary school, I completely reinvented myself when I went to middle school. I'm telling you, people that went to elementary school with me got one perception of me. Like, I was a smart kid.
Right.
100 on every spelling test, genius, crybaby a little bit, always fighting because I didn't know how to argue, whatever. I got to middle school and I was like trying to show off. I was trying my hardest to be popular, but I was still kind of a dweeb, but like I was starting to figure it out a little bit. That's when I tried to be a little rapper. High school, I tried to drop out of school to be a rapper. Like, I was very determined. Like, I was trying to be Vine famous. Like, I was like trying to find the clout and cling to it as hard as I could.
Right.
But I was still like evolved, because all of that was just me trying to find out that I was an extrovert.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just finding out that I was a people person, that I had to be around people, that I had to be engaging with people. And then, I went to college thinking like, yo, you know what? All of that's behind me. I'm not going to try to be a rapper no more. I'm not going to try to do that.
Right.
I'm going to try to major in computer science and be a genius.
Right.
After freshman year, I changed my major, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, what was your major in school, bro?
My major started with communications, then I did business administration, then I went back to communications, and then I went back to business. Like, I kept going back.
Computer science was hell.
Yeah, I went to ENS, so I did a little bit of that in high school, and I could tell you I was like, I'm not doing this.
Bro,
That's where this dies.
First off, like you get an assignment, bro, and it's just you and the computer, and you got to figure it out. You got like 12 hours just you and that screen.
Yeah.
It's terrible, bro.
And it's like,
not recommended, bro.
Yeah, and it's like, where do I even start with this? This is just a blank canvas of like no instruction.
Bro,
like,
you know what I mean? It's like, this is the end result we want. Give you a little bit of instructions. Like, got other people in the room that's all anti-social. I was hating it, bro. I was like, I'm changing my major. I'm doing something fun. I'll figure it out as I go, bro.
Yeah.
And that's what I did, and that's how I live my life.
And that's what life is, just figuring it out as you go. Because one thing that I realized at 25 is like, everybody faking it. Nobody know. Like when you a kid, like you said, that 4th grade version of you look at adults like, okay, when I get to that age, it'll all make sense. Like I'll know what to do.
Yeah.
And then you get to 25 and you realize even your parents don't know what the fuck is going on. This shit is like, because you're a father now.
Bro.
You would think that 6 months ago before your child was born that like, you know, as a, or like I said, that 4th grade version of you would think that the moment you have a kid, you know certain shit. Like it just comes to you. I'm sure you had to realize like, oh fuck, I got to set the doctor's appointments. Like
I'm still learning, bro.
I got to, yeah, it's like so much shit that you just, that you realize like, these things don't just come to you. You learn them as you go. You're going to make mistakes to get there. Like 90% of life is making the mistakes to figure out what to do next. Like you wouldn't know if you didn't fumble. You know what I'm saying? You have to have those experiences to get to that end result.
Exactly, man. I really, really take a lot of pride in that, man. I take a lot of pride in understanding that I'm going to make mistakes. Other people are going to make mistakes. But just be honest with yourself and with other people while you're going through it. Like, I'm a lot of things in life, bro. I'm definitely not a fraud. Like, I refuse to tell myself that I'm one person and then portray that I'm somebody else.
Right.
Because there's no, like, I see other people that go off and, like, 3, 2, 1, they on set and they're this one personality.
Yeah.
When this camera turns off, I'm the same dude.
I'm the same guy, yeah.
And I feel like I feel like people would have already called me on it if I was lying. You
right,
feel me?
right,
like,
right.
I refuse to try to be somebody. I can't pump fake it for the socials. Like, you know what I mean? Now, am I like a fluid person who like what I'm doing changes? Like, yeah, like every once in a while, you know what I mean? I'll try to throw it on. I'll try to put a suit on one day. I'll try to get a little streetwear like Cam do today. Like, you feel me? But
yeah,
other days, bro, I'm sorry, bro. I was up all night. Days like today, I'm putting on a shirt. I'm getting in front of the camera. I'm putting on my content. But I'm not gonna run to the mall and put a fit together because I need to be crazy looking for my episode. Because the people that know me know that that's not me anyway, bro.
Right. And like everybody gets different versions of you, but they're all versions of that same person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like different fonts. Like one is Helvetica, one's Helvetica Bold. Like it's gonna be you. It's just gonna be a little bit different. I think when I started doing the podcast, there were some people that knew a version of me but didn't know the full extent. Like I feel like my homies, like the people who really know me, when they see me behind that camera, they're like, this is the same conversation we would have like in the locker room or just in general. Like that's just how I talk. You know, that's who I am. The crazy shit I'm saying on camera a lot of time, I'm not trying to be funny either. I'm just I'm honestly just saying what I'm thinking for real. So like that's kind of been one of the fun parts for me is like letting people see that other face.
Not everybody's getting the full side of you.
Yeah, it's like there's like if you really know me, you know that this is who I am. But now you getting the full picture. It's all there for you. It's all painted out. This is who Cam is, like when he's in his most candid version of himself. Yeah.
Listen, guys, very thankful for Cam for coming on today, telling his story, telling us about who he is, what he does, man. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the Make a Way podcast. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to Candid with Cam. Shout out to his whole network, man. Shout out to his team. Make sure that you guys are tapping into the content. We're going to be bringing you more and more coming soon. With football season coming around, I'm going to be a lot more engaged with the local high schools. Be tapped in. I got some very good surprises coming to you guys next month for August coming. Dear August, shout out to my high school ball players.
Yes,
shout out to the Make a Way community. Shout out to my people, man.
I'm saying shout out to Gratz.
Shout out to Gratz. You know, I actually had a good talk with the folks over at Gratz, man. So you know, hopefully I get down there sooner than later, man. Shout out to Gratz. Shout out to all of the young guys in the city that's about to make it happen this fall. You know what I mean? And stay tuned for more.
I couldn't tell you in person, so I decided to write a song.